Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. First things first, the adapter for my camera is finally in, so the audio will be fixed with the next time you see a review for Queen Sugar, so next week. So thank the Lord, because I know, please bear with me, I know it's been tumultuous, like 2 months or so. The thing was back ordered, so I definitely apologize for that. I mean, the adapter costs more than the external speaker that I had to go and get for this too. So, long story short, it will sound nice, crystal clear, not this muffled that you're getting right now. So thank you for bearing with me for all this time. I really appreciate it. Now, this is my review. Oh yeah, and YouTube, you're doing a little bit too much by, I don't curse or do any of that mess. Stop messing with my videos. Now, the show, it's season 2, it's episode 10. It's Drums at Dusk. It starts off with Aunt Vi. She's talking to Ralph Angel, and she's just proud of Ralph Angel doing his thing, but she wants to go and make sure that he's on solid footing with Darla. So he wants them to go and do marriage counseling, and he's just like, okay, if you say so, but Ralph Angel doesn't want to go and tell his problems to a perfect stranger. And this man, who I knew that he was involved because he was moving kind of awkwardly, like, all right, so once they're done talking, it's my turn. So it's George. Hi, George. George, he owns a chain of supermarkets. He was paying Aunt Vi a great compliment about saying, I want to talk to the creator of this pie that I had. It was just delicious. It was flaky, it was light, but it was flavorful too. Praise him. She said, oh, thank you very much. Well, I am the owner of the chain of restaurants. She said, oh, yeah, I know it very well. I wanted to go and make you an offer. An offer for what? I want you to supply my restaurant with 350 pies a week. Not month, a week. And here's the terms of our agreement. I said, okay, you're going to have Charlie read that over. But Aunt Vi, with her vision being messed up, you know what she did see? She saw that contract clear as day, especially the numbers, $50,000. It's like, I almost started jumping for her. Are you kidding me? That bad? That type of bad? Really? So we have this whole thing of Darla and Ralph Angel. It's kind of weird because Darla and Ralph Angel, they have a lot that they need to discuss, so I'll hold off to that. I'll bring it up later. Charlie's mother is still there. I'm thinking, oh, why is she still there? And, again, with the whole thing with Micah, that's one thing. But her mom said, you know what? What's bugging you? I know what it is. This is a farm, isn't it? And she said, well, yeah. And most of because with the mill, she's like, the mill is yours. You're doing big things, baby, and they'll only get bigger. Let me look at your business plan. So I said, oh, God, I don't want you anywhere near this woman's business plan. And then she was trying to figure out, wait a minute, what I'm going to help you out. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to go to your office. I'm going to look over everything. Mama's got this. And Charlie appreciated it because she doesn't really have anyone to help her out in this aspect. So that was nice. We see Nova. Nova's putting on this community event, and her friend who was pregnant is there helping her. Her friend had the babies. I think her friend had the babies, but now, of course, she's now just settling in to her post-baby delivery body, and something weird happens. Robert comes in. Her friend was like, oh? He's like, this is Mr. Dubois, Robert Dubois, because the whole thing was talking about with Zika, the Ninth Ward, and just the accomplishments that she's been achieving. And Nova feels a certain way about it because of the reactions that people have been giving her. It's been very mixed. And so there's that. And then there's Robert, who is there supporting her, kind of like her left arm, borderline her rib at this point. And her friend, so then Robert goes away because they were chuckling. They had a moment. Her friend essentially was like, look, you better not mess this up. You better not mess this up, because trust and believe, if you mess this up, I'm going to be right there. I'm going to slide into Mr. Dubois, the DMs, and we going to get cracking. So Nova had that look of, you little heifer. No, you're not. No, you are not. Mind you, Um, I don't know. Like I told you guys with the last episode, I'm not so sure about Nova and her relationship with Mr. Dubois. I don't know what it's going to be, but I just know there's going to be an issue, and it's going to be a big one. And it bothers me because I feel like Nova deserves, but at the same time, I'm not sure if she really understands she deserves. So now Darla's going dress shopping, and Darla, she has a moment because she's in this wedding dress, and it's beautiful. She asked Charlie, I said, oh Lord Jesus, why would you do? Anyway, so she asked Charlie for her opinion. Charlie girl, so be honest, what do you think? And then Charlie said, you know what? If you knew my mother, you would know that I can't do anything else but be honest and be blunt. And when I was going wedding, I said, wait a minute, what does this have to do with her? But it comes full circle. So when she went wedding dress shopping with her mother, they were trying to hide it. Her and Davis had a shotgun wedding. That's just the truth. They had a shotgun wedding. She said that they were in love, so it didn't feel like that. But her mother, was trying to hide the fact that she was pregnant because she was ashamed of how it happened and the order of all it happened and who at the time. And so she said, okay, here's how this works. You look pregnant in that dress. So they had to go and make sure to get her one that she didn't look pregnant. Now I'm thinking, this is just too much. So that was her story of saying, so I don't know how not to be honest in the front. And when I tell you that you look beautiful, I mean it. And it's just amazing. Because when she said the whole pregnant in the dress, I said, excuse me? But we got it. And then that got Darla feeling a certain way because this is when we get the confirmation that Darla hasn't talked to her family in years. And so she essentially feels like she doesn't have anyone from her side of the family, which she doesn't, supporting her, even acknowledging her existence. And that's when I like that Charlie said, you know what? You're our family, and we're not going anywhere, as you can see, so we got you. And I like that. I appreciate that. Kiki was decided that she wanted to go down to see what everyone was doing as far as helping out with the community. So Micah, of course, is there, and this is where Micah meets Mr. Dubois. And also Kiki is a huge fan of Nova. She's a huge fan of Nova, and she's excited to see Nova. And she's like, oh my God, and everything, and your stories, they're so inspiring. Oh my God, I want to grow up, black girl magic, yeah, brown girl, oh my God. And I'm thinking, why are you doing that in front of her? She doesn't need any more the last thing she needs is someone to blow her head up. I mean, we know Nova can. So I was thinking, no, don't do this, Kiki, but she met her idol. I mean, what do you expect? So once they go and leave, they go and get acclimated and help out with what's going on there. And then we see Ralph Angel, because Darla was living in the trailer. So it was like a real trailer. It wasn't like, oh my God, it doesn't have anything. It had like the full shebang. So she was living in a trailer and they were moving her stuff out. So she wanted to do a porch swing so that, and she figured Blue would like it. They could all just swing out there at nighttime and look at the stars. I said, oh, that's so nice. I said, you know, it's your home too, so of course you can do what you want. I said, that's right. That's right. But we see things haven't changed that much because she went into the car and she saw that, oh, this thing for marriage counseling? What's going on here? And it's like, oh yeah, Aunt Vi wanted me to do that, but that's dumb. She said, oh, I thought that would be a good idea. You know, just to go, we need to make sure that we know how to handle conflict. And again, she was like, it's probably similar to me doing my steps. It'd be really good. And he said, oh no, I don't want to talk to some stranger who wasn't even married to go and tell me how to do something right in my relationship. I'm thinking, oh God, this is, and I knew, because he's my age, or maybe he's even technically a little bit younger. Because I'm 24 now. I think he may or may not still be 23. So Ralph Angel really is young, people. So his mentality, I promise my mentality is not even close to his, thank God. But he still has that immature, bullheaded streak of, nope, if there's any issues, I'm going to handle it. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to ask for help. It's a sign of weakness. Instead of me talking it out, I'm just gonna hold it all in. I can't. Now, here goes Aunt Vi going to Charlie's because she's thinking, oh my God, this is great. I'm just gonna go to Charlie. I'm gonna talk about this new business opportunity. And then she sees the other woman. She sees the other woman and she has that look up. So what are you doing here? Well, I was here to see my daughter. No. What are you doing back here? And I thought, ooh. And then she said, you know Nova. We know that we agreed because of Nova not to have you back here. She said, well, you know what? Nova is grown now. So she's going to have to get over it because I'm here for my daughter. I'm here for my family. So that's it. So what are you doing here anyway? Don't worry about what I was doing here originally. Just worry about you being here. Now, I appreciate that immensely because I said it's about time someone found out. And you know that's going to blow up. So we'll move on from now. Charlie goes to, and as soon as I'm perceptive, so as soon as she walked in, I knew what it was. I looked at this like, oh, look at the plantation. Mess. Look at the plantation. That's all I got. That's all I got instantly. So she's there. Of course, all the workers are black. The maid's black. The assistant's black. They're not really looking at any of the black people that are working for them. And the meeting already commenced, so now they're just working out the minor kinks and details. And no one landed and introduced everyone, and no one looked at her. Charlie was looking at all of them respectively, and none of them looked at her. So she was the black woman around these people who do not like her, or more importantly, don't respect her at all, and outwardly show it. So now they're going to go and commence and do their, their pageant. Well, that's what we'll call it, their pageant. They choose a local girl who's been doing a lot of stuff in the community and put a spotlight on her. So she sees Kiki, and she's like, I like Kiki, and I know she does really positive stuff. And they said, oh, why don't you just go and sit back and see how we do things for a while until you catch up? Because she's not pageant material. I said, oh, because she's not rich? Because she's not white? What is it? Because that's all I'm getting from you guys. That is all I'm getting from you guys. Speaking of Kiki, Kiki's over there with Micah, and Micah has a house to himself because his father's away. I looked at this like, oh Lord Jesus, oh Lord Jesus. So now he's like, oh, it's cool, it's great. So what do you want to do? I know what you want to do. Well, we were out there, we were sweating. I mean, you were putting in work. So you want to take a shower? Or do you want to take a shower with me together? I'm looking at Micah like, Micah. And I was like, Kiki, please, Kiki, please. Don't. And then she said, no. She's a virgin. And she's not necessarily waiting till marriage, but she's waiting until someone that she really feels like she loves and loves her. And so if you can respect that, then we can be cool. If you can't, I understand, but hasta luego. Actually, yeah, just at school and, for special occasions. And Micah had that look of, because she made it very clear, I'm not one of those California girls that you're used to. And I'm thinking, yeah, because his last girlfriend was a trollop. And we will leave it at that. She sure was. And I'm also thinking to myself, I thought you told your mother you were a virgin too. I get at some point that has to go. But why? So he was like, oh no, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that, I just kind of presumed. I didn't even ask you if you wanted to stay here. So if you want to go, I'll take you home. If you want to stay, I'll, we don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And so I said, okay, good rebound, Micah, because I was about to go oops upside your head. I was about to go oops upside your head, and shout out to Kiki, definitely. So Nova, what's going on with Nova? Nova's still feeling a certain way. I guess she already had the conversation with Chantel, But Nova's still trying to figure out her next moves, what's going to be the next course of action for her. It's just a lot going on, with her and being a social sister, social justice sister. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And right now, I almost don't really care. So we're moving on. Darla, when they were going getting groceries from what looked like a gas station, Ralph Angel's filling up the tank. So when Darla's walking out, there's this big guy who was just like, "Hey, Star, hey, Star, Star, I got $15. I got $20. You want to go behind the alley?" And I'm thinking, what? Star, ooh, you looking good, Star. All right, I'll see you later, Star. And she started crying, and she got in the car, and Ralph Angel's like, "Whoa, who's that? What's going on?" "Oh, just there's some crazy people in the world," but Ralph Angel's dumb. He heard. Now, it irks me because I'm thinking, Ralph Angel, I'm glad you didn't do anything stupid that would have got you in jail. Thank you, God. But how you gonna go? Let me breathe for a moment. Let me just breathe. Anyway, Aunt Nova, what's going on with Aunt Nova? Aunt Nova, she's not feeling any better, and we see that she's looking to see if she has, fibromyalgia? Like, oh God, I can't. I just can't. I can't. Now, Charlie's mom, she goes and she looks over the numbers. She says, "This is weird. Yeah, I only work with the black farmers." "Oh, so you're not inclusive on purpose?" "No, it's not that. As a black woman, she got down there and the white farmers didn't want to work with her," which is true. So the black farmers were open to working with her, and on average, they only have maybe at most an acre of land. So, of course, the revenue is probably minuscule compared to what she could have had if she had everyone. But we know they weren't, they had that on lock, so that's why she had to go in on her own. Now, her mother was like, "Now, wait a minute, why don't you, see, the thing is, why don't you just essentially play the game?" She said, "I tried. I went to this meeting and no one respected me. They saw me and they just saw me as black instead of a person." And she said, "That sounds like quitter talk. That sounds like loser talk. That sounds like you're not working hard enough. You're not doing this and that." And I said, "You need to stop right there, because I'm tired of that mentality. You can only do so much before you have to accept that some people will look at you the same way regardless of what you say or do, just because you're you. That's it. It is the truth. There are people who are like that. Just because there are people that you can change their minds, there are other people who you can't. And why do you have to go and change people's minds for something like that? That is ridiculous. And that's why I said the mother needs to go. The mother needs to go. And then she goes and drops dime, talking about how on Vi, she saw me there. And of course, Charlie has to figure out how she's going to handle that, since the whole, rule was she can't ever come back. She can't ever come back to this area. Nova can't ever come and see her. We see Micah. He's braiding Kiki's hair. She's actually letting him. I said, "Ooh, that's brave." And they're having a nice little moment. It was all cute and whatnot. I'm glad that nothing popped off. He was looking at her like, nothing's really going to pop off. Oh, okay. All right, if you say so. If you say so. What else? Mr. Dubois, again, is kind of reassuring Nova that what she's doing is right. And even though their methods are very different and maybe they'll never truly 100% see eye to eye on certain things, their commitment and love for each other and seeing her as his black queen is all that really matters. And so they get to the bumping and the grinding and the moving and the shit. Wait a minute. Is that Bill Cosby that used to do that? No, I'm not doing that anymore. So they went, they had them some fun. You know who else was having fun, but in a nice PG, G-rated way? Blue. Blue was in his little fort with his parents, and they were reading him stories, and it was really cute. It was really cute. But we see Ralph Angel. He's off in the way somewhere far distant land, and I looked at him like, you are such an immature, spoiled baby. You definitely reek of I'm the baby of the family. Definitely still reek of I'm the baby of the family. Charlie has to come, and she apologizes to Aunt Vi, like, I'm sorry. Aunt Vi was doing research, and just like, oh, I'm sorry, and close that laptop real quick. I can't let you know that I'm sick. And again, this is where we find out that it's because of Nova, which is why Charlie's mother was never supposed to come back. I guess Nova probably had a huge blowout after everything came to light. I don't know. We'll find out, though. We will find out. But then Charlie just feels a certain way because she feels like she has to conform to what her mother wants her to do, and conform to what, you know, the land is and all of them, and just be there so that she can at least be a part of what's going on. Vi said, you are bullheaded, you are stubborn, you are strong, you are proud. None of those characteristics mean that you're going to go and conform to anyone. And don't listen to your mother. You always do what you want anyway, so why is it that she's saying stuff and now all of a sudden you're like, oh, no, that's not you. Get it together. And then, this is when Aunt Vi drops, by the way, I secured the bag. You secured what? You know, I had Supermarket George, who's a part of that huge supermarket chain, came in and he said he wants to have my pie sold in all of his supermarkets. And so I need for you to look over the details. Charlie had that look of, oh, well, let me come down here and see what's going on. And we get to the foolishness, which is Ralph Angel and Darla. So Ralph Angel is upset because he realizes that the man, he overheard her. It was like, oh, it's because of that star mess that you were part of. So then they have this big argument, and the argument consists of, well, you were tricking and doing that stuff for drugs. I was apparently the man that you all love so much, he was a scammer. He was a booster. Credit card scammer and booster. He was stealing credit card numbers, stealing phones. Oh my God. Robbing convenience stores. He said, I did that to earn a living for my baby. You went and turned tricks because you wanted to get high. So no, I don't respect you. And no, I'm thinking, where is this coming from? No, where is this really coming from? Because both of you did wrong. That's what Ralph Angel doesn't understand. If I slap you and you punch me, and it was actually because of because of what they did, and we're basically like puppets, I shouldn't have slapped you and you shouldn't have punched me, even if we did it at the same time. If I accidentally hit your car, and then you purposely go and knock me out, no. If I do a hit and run, and you find me and then hit me, we're both wrong. Just because of the reasons, wrong is wrong. I mean, does Ralph Angel need to read the Bible? Because a sin is a sin. A sin is a sin, of course. That's just how it is. But that's why, ask for forgiveness and move on. So Darla now has to sleep on the couch and he doesn't have... Oh, baby. See, that's why that man gets on my nerves. I know y'all can love him all you want. Go and do that. I know y'all love him for different reasons, though. Here goes Micah talking about how, Kiki and I, we had a nice day today hanging out with Auntie Nova. Charlie looked a little scared, like, well, what happened? Oh, no, it's just cool because she really likes Kiki. She really gets things done. And it's like, oh, okay. I'm thinking, yeah, you're going to tell your mother when you try to go to sleep with Kiki. Okay, keep it cute. Nova's man needs to go. And Nova just kind of gives me, I'm not sure about this. Like, I do think that she loves him, but I don't know. I don't feel like this is forever. I feel like this is for right now. Nova being held down, that just doesn't sound right. It doesn't. So please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week when the sound will be fixed. Gosh, my poor voice been doing all that mess.